Mike Duffy here, checking in from MobileEntertainment.com and Don't Get Hacked Global Cybersecurity. It is Friday, February 2nd, 2024, and wow, today's Friday. Where's the week gone? I don't know, it's crazy. Anyway, so when you are building a business, and you're getting older, days fly by, weeks fly by, months fly by, and years fly by. So Friday was busy. I believe I was successful with meeting new people. So networking meeting in the morning, met new people. I think they're really positive connections. I can't always say that every networking event I go to. Each networking event is going to be what you make from it. But of course, in the Calgary market, I am literally going to the same events every single month, running into the same people. And realistically, with IT, if you're not meeting business owners, so big businesses, multiple employees, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, how often is a 1 or 2 person operation going to end up giving us a call to help them with their computers? Maybe new computer setups, maybe when they're transferring from one computer to another computer every 10 years. We need clients who need a lot of support. And unfortunately, in our market in Canada, I'm finding that there's a ton of other service providers. Doesn't matter what their skill set is, there's a ton of competition. And it's almost like a race to the bottom when it comes to pricing. Because everybody's going to ask you what your hourly rate is. And we're confident with our hourly rate. We're super confident with it because we have some awesome customers who have no issue with their hourly rate. And then I got to compare my services to somebody who may be charging minimum wage, but they're not confident with their pricing. So they're charging minimum wage. And if they've got an ounce of sales skills, sometimes they get the job and we don't. So hence, we're here in Dubai with expanding our business to a global cybersecurity 24/7 technology support company. But we need more customers. I want to hire more people. I want to get myself out of the day-to-day operations. I want to get myself out of fixing computers and coming up with a grand vision. And I've got a ton of plans for the cybersecurity company, but we need more customers. And I'm not finding that customer support engagement. I'm not finding the customers in Canada because there's a ton of other companies and there's just so little customer. Like Canada's 34 million people, and not saying UAE, not saying the United Arab Emirates has a ton of population. There is population here, but we're kind of smack in the middle of the Middle East between Africa, Europe, and Asia. And I think my message in my marketing and my branding can be better distributed from this central location to hit the world than from in Western Canada, where I'm like, I got to penetrate Eastern Canada, which is really far away. Really far away, and then the United States, right? So I'm open to customers everywhere. We're 24/7 global remote support. Literally, I'm filming this from my camera. I can help you from a phone, an iPad, or from this same computer. So what did I accomplish on a Friday? Went to a breakfast meeting, met 3 female business owners there, massive potential and able to build relationships with those 3 ladies, right? Massive potential there just because of the industries that they're in. And it was their first time to this meeting. So it was great. I go to, take an Uber to a breakfast meeting, pay for the Uber, pay for the meal, and then meet 3 amazing ladies who, of course, I got to add them to my CRM and follow up with them. But I think much more exciting networking here than it is in Canada because it's new people constantly every single day because I have not been in this market before, right? So that's positive. And then I was trying to I had met the owner of Print Arabia, a large multifaceted printing company here in the UAE. I met him twice, two separate events, and he seems like an amazing guy. So I asked him if he would do a custom printing job for me. And then he welcomed me to his office. And then Friday ended up being the day for that. So I took an Uber to the office and we did a podcast interview. So actually, before I went to see Jeffrey at Print Arabia, I was able to do an interview with one of the first people, in person podcast interview with one of the first people I met during this 2-week stint in Dubai. So, and then I went off to Print Arabia. I got a second impromptu because I had asked him before, no response. And then when you go to somebody's office and you're in front of them, it's so easy to get an interview with them. And that was like 25-minute interview. So that was great. And then they offered to drive me back to the marina. And I'm like, perfect. I can go back to the marina, freshen up, change my clothes, eat something because my wife made me lunch. And then I was able to take another Uber to another networking meeting and then met another 25, 30 business owners I've never met before, having intimate conversations with majority of them, got all their contact details, and then it's on me to follow up with them. So I want to, before we go back to Canada, whether that's February 15th or March 15th or April 1st or whatever day it ends up being, because we have not decided yet because we love living here, but we need more cash flow, and we have an asset in Canada where we can rent it out or sell it out to get more cash flow. So I think that is naturally the next step, but we're not really sure. Haven't quite made up our minds, but we have to do that relatively soon in the next couple of days. Make up our minds on, we don't really want to go back to Canada. It's cold there. But if we leave here, because we do a residence visa here in the UAE, if we leave the UAE, we got to be back within 6 months. So if we can time it out, we're going to come back in October. That's amazing. I'm likely going to have to come back in late spring, early summer, something like that, and just keep building up all the networks. But goal right now, as much networking as possible while we're here, and real goal is to throw some type of co-branded event. So stay tuned. I have the wrong banner up. I actually want you to be looking at this banner. So in the meantime, I want these daily lives to be like 10 minutes. I don't want them to be 25 minutes, but Thursday night, February 1st was 25 minutes. I think it's too long, but I like to ramble. So anyway, the whole purpose of being here in Dubai, build a global cybersecurity business. How do I do that? Meet more business owners and see how Mike Duffy from Don't Get Hacked, also known as Magic Mike, how I can help you with expanding your network. So I like to connect businesses together. I also like to fix your computer. I also like to point out if your website sucks or your social media sucks or things need to be fixed, because I know you as a business owner need more help with running your business. Because I've been there. I've been small. I've been a 5-figure business. We're currently 6-figure. We want to be 7, 8, 9-figure, which means we need to have multiple offices in multiple countries helping multitudes of business owners. So this autofocus on this camera sucks right now, but it's probably the lighting. Business speed dating with magicmike.com. Register yourself. It doesn't matter if you're a startup, a big business, a small business, or an employee for a business. At mupoentertainment.com, I am an award-winning cybersecurity video producer, which means I've got a lot of experience with helping business owners get their messaging on video like this to become omnipresent. My goal is to make sure you and your business, your name and your business, show up on YouTube. And the best way to do that is with me, letting me interview you. And we're going to put business speed dating with magicmike.com on my YouTube channel, as well as on mupoentertainment.com, which is in 108 countries, 1.5 million streams, iOS, Android, Roku, Fire Stick, also Vimeo, also YouTube, and also on all of our social media networks. Anyway, I'm checking out. I'm going to go to bed. It is Friday, February 2nd, 2024, and this is just a daily diary of a hacker in Dubai. What did I do on Friday? 3 meetings, 2 in-person podcast interviews, and planning my marketing strategy for 2024. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. If you need help, remember we're global 24/7 remote cybersecurity and tech support. 1-403-471-8082. Call that number, text it, SMS it, or WhatsApp it. We'll respond to you and get back to you. Thank you so much.